Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Wednesday, February 1st, 2017. I'm Donna Wilkinson Keynes. This is a good time to reflect on the birthing, nurturing, and building of the Social Security system, as February 2017 marks the 39th anniversary of the inception of St. Kitts and Nevis's Social Security. So noted Minister of Social Security, the Honorable Vance Amory, in his address to mark the occasion.
In 1978, the Right Excellent Sir Robert Bradshaw, then Premier of our islands, and First Minister Honorable E. St. John Payne, introduced the embryonic elements of a comprehensive social security system to replace the 10-year-old National Provident Fund. The first board, under the chairmanship of the Honorable Fitzroy Bryant, along with the Directorate, management and staff of our two offices, set about to make the dream a reality with their insightful crafting of the processes and procedures that were consistent with a fledgling organization. Over time, as Social Security grew, guided by successive government administrations, we have witnessed the growth of Social Security to eventually incorporate such elements as employment injury coverage from 1986, repayment of the National Provident Fund balances from 1988, reciprocal agreements with other countries, with Canada signed in 1992 and with CARICOM signed in 1996, ratified in 1997 and concretized in our domestic law in 1999, and self-employed coverage from 1996.
Amory said he is humbled at the awesome responsibility that comes with ensuring that this indispensable vehicle of social justice for all, and indeed poverty alleviation for many, continues to be sustained as it has been over the past 39 years.
We have also seen the development of partnership roles with the government in terms of the collection of revenues that were earmarked to impact the social and housing development needs of our country. Successive actuarial reports have lauded the performance of our Social Security Fund, and we have been enabled to respond in a timely manner to many of the emerging aspirations of our people in sync with the said actuarial insights. Hence, we have been able to adjust several of the parameters over time, from increases in benefits to raising of wage ceilings, to responding to increased cost of living developments, among others. Amidst all, we have managed to sustain a fund that has always ranked high in terms of performance amongst its regional counterparts. I submit that this is clear testimony of our good stewardship in Social Security in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Premier Amory extended best wishes for the observance of this 39th anniversary of Social Security, which he said will be characterized simply by the involvement of board, management, and staff in corporate worship exercises on both islands.
The head office will join the pastorate and membership of the St. Anne's Anglican Church in Sandy Point on Sunday the 5th of February 2017 at 9 a.m. The following week, on Sunday, 12th February 2017, members of the board, management, and staff will join in corporate worship with the pastorate and membership of the Church of God of Prophecy, located at Craddock Road in Charlestown on Nevis. I invite those of you who can find it possible to join with us on these occasions.
Minister of Social Security, the Honorable Vance Amory. Labor Department officials will increase their scheduled workplace site visits by more than sixfold in 2017, according to Acting Labor Commissioner Shernell James. The Labor Department will continue to conduct unannounced workplace site visits at its discretion. The Acting Labor Commissioner says last year, the Labor Department conducted several occupational safety and health inspections, mainly at new businesses, but in 2017, the department is concentrating more on social inspections to ensure that workers' terms and conditions of work are in accordance with the law. A social inspection looks at the terms and conditions of work, wages, hours of work, working time, issues of payment, whether there are fringe benefits as well as remuneration in terms of holiday pay. James says the law mandates the Labour Department to speak with both employers and employees, and after speaking with them, determine whether there is a synergy. If there are any infractions, the employers are given 6 weeks in which to redress them. After 6 weeks, if employers fail to carry out the recommendations, the Labour Department can proceed to penalize them in accordance with the law, either by a summary conviction or a fine. Statehood, a milestone to freedom. That is the theme for this year's celebration of History and Heritage Month in February. This theme is quite timely and appropriate as this year marks the 50th anniversary of our statehood, noted Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Vance Amory, in an address to launch the observance.
On the 27th of February 1967, St. Kitts, Nevis and Anguilla accepted the British offer of associated statehood, which provided for domestic self-governance. As a nation, our political history is both colorful and intriguing. In 1816, together with Anguilla and the British Virgin Islands, we were amalgamated into a single British colony. Some years later, in 1871, we were incorporated into the Leeward Island Federation. In 1958, St. Kitts, Nevis and Anguilla became a member of the ill-fated West Indian Federation. And in 1967, we achieved the political status of associated statehood with Great Britain.
Premier Amory noted that statehood, being a new constitutional experiment, consisted of 4 parts.
1. We were granted autonomy over our internal affairs. Britain was to remain responsible for the exercise of power and authority over external affairs, defense, and citizenship. 3. We were given the power to unilaterally terminate the status of associate statehood and move to independence when we so desired. Assurances were given that we would remain eligible to receive aid and budgetary support from Britain. Statehood proved to be our first step on the road to independence and self-determination.
Our struggle for political freedom, the Premier explained, was never fully realized until September 19, 1983, when St. Kitts and Nevis gained its full independence.
Purchased at such a high cost, we must never take our freedom for granted. It should be guarded with diligence and with courage. Let us all, as citizens of this nation, show full appreciation for the freedom we have attained. Let us all be examples for the next generation by valuing our freedom ourselves and working diligently to guard it. Let us teach the next generation to do the same. Permit me on behalf of the Nevis Island administration to express our gratitude and best wishes to the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, the Brimstone Hill Fortress National Park Society, and the St. Christopher National Trust for their critical role in the celebration of this year's History and Heritage Month 2017. You have all given yeoman service to the preservation of our history and culture, and you have played a pivotal role in forging our national identity. It therefore gives me great pleasure to declare the start of this year's History and Heritage Month 2017, and may God bless us all.
Still to come, NHCS invites participation in activities for History and Heritage Month. The details after this break.
On January 30, 2017, the Alexandra Hospital will be issuing health ID cards to all patients accessing service as part of the introduction of our Health Information System, HIS. The process is simple and will take just a few minutes. A photo will be taken of each individual accessing service, and within minutes, your card will be printed and issued. You will be required to present this card each time you access service at the outpatient department. We are craving the public's cooperation as we implement the new system, which will be of benefit to all. When fully operational, it will significantly improve the quality of service and reduce patient waiting time. Remember, the start date is January 30, 2017. Join the movement in health.
I got my card.
Welcome back. The Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, NHCS, in collaboration with the Brimstone Hill Fortress National Park Society and the St. Christopher National Trust, will host a number of activities to mark the 11th Annual History and Heritage Month. The theme this year is Statehood, a Milestone to Freedom. Executive Director Nicole Liebert says the NHCS welcomes the opportunity to highlight this significant chapter in the nation's development and look forward to widespread participation across both islands at the numerous activities. In addition to an address by Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Vance Amory, to herald in the month, the activities planned are a church service at the Charlestown Methodist Church on Sunday, February 5th. A St. Kitts and Nevis Statehood exhibition, which will open at the Nelson Museum on February 8th. It will be open for viewing daily from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. There will be an essay contest on the topic History Matters. Do you agree? What are your views? The deadline for entry submissions is February 20th. A radio quiz is planned for primary schools from February 6th to 10th and for adults from February 20th to 24th. On February 21st will be the History and Heritage Lecture Series 2017. Charles Wilkin QC will be the featured speaker at the event, which will take place at the St. Paul's Anglican Church Hall. Heritage Wear Day will be held island-wide on February 24th. For this event, employers are urged to allow their employees to come to work clad in the national wear. The final event for the observance of History and Heritage Month 2017 on Nevis is an evening with the arts on March 5th. For further information, contact the NHCS at 869-469-5786. Meantime, the opening ceremony and the launch for History and Heritage Month is taking place this evening at Matheson House at Taylor's Range on St. Kitts. Also taking place on St. Kitts will be a church service at the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Sandy Point on Saturday, February 4th. On February 18th, there will be a History and Heritage Trail from the bottom of Brimstone Hill to Charles Fort from 6:30 to 8:30 a.m. On February 23rd, a lecture on statehood by Charles Wilkin QC will be held at the University of the West Indies Open Campus from 7 p.m. It will be followed by a prize giving for participants in the high school essay writing competition. A cultural fair at the Clarence Fitzroy Brand College is also planned. On February 26th, there will be a senior citizens social event at Matheson House from 4 p.m. A panel discussion on statehood will be held on Sunday, February 26th from 8:30 to 10 p.m. It will be aired live on radio and television. The final event, the primary school's quiz finals, will be held on March 2nd from 10 a.m. That's how we ended this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. Good night.